Guys, what's up? This is Dave, Mr. White LS1. Thanks for joining me today in the carburetorsuck.com garage. So, as you'll recall, the parts truck here turned in, I was going to kind of do a driver, and then I was like, screw it, let's just make a trail rig out of it. So, that's what the plan is now. I'm slowly working on that. I've done enough to the K10 where it's pretty much ready to go, other than my park brake I got to put in. So this one here, I got a lot of plans, big plans for it. Those are, before it hits the trail. I'm sure none of those will probably be done, maybe some of them, just because I don't have a whole lot of money to put into it. But I have a lot of parts that I can work with here. So I'm just going to turn it into a nice, beater with a heater that I can take on the trail and get it done. So I just kind of did a test fit with the stock springs because I had some 52s I was going to use. And I got after a little bit this morning, and I got the tow hooks off, and I was going to move the bracket over and do the 52-inch springs. But the springs I got, they're like older Chevy 52-inch springs, so they got like one small eyelet and one big. Yeah, and they're just not going to work out, and they're only like 2 1/4 inches wide, and so I'll have problems with shackles and stuff like that. So I figured, why bother? I'll just leave it alone for now. And I still got to get all the stuff for the crossover and all my hydraulics and all that good stuff, because I'm going to do hydraulic assist and everything. So I'm going to pull these fender wells out. I'll clean them up a little bit, probably paint them, throw a coat of black on them, and I'm going to cut them right about here, right below that mounting bolt here, and then I'm going to get trimming on my fender. So I like how the everything's kind of round in the front, so I'm just going to like round it, like maybe just come down, and so yeah, something like that, I don't know. And then in the back you can see where I kind of got my line on there, so I'm gonna just come down like that on both sides. That'll be cool. I might come around, roll it up here, and then I might take that lip off. I'm not sure. I might just leave it on. I don't know. We'll see. Because this thing's still going to be driving to the trail and driving home and all that stuff, And one day it'll be a trailer queen, but for now it's gotta do its job. I'm gonna drop the tanks, that way I can get access to the underside. I've got to pull the bed off. It's full of junk right now. I got too much stuff, but it's all gonna go into here, most of it, and so I need it. And I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with the bed. I may just try to sell the bed. I may keep it and hack it up a little bit. I don't know. I don't want to put that much work into the bed, because I'm not really planning on running the bed, because I'm moving the rear axle up about 10 inches, and then once I do that, I'd want to bob the bed, like bring the rear up, probably like cut it here and then cut it here and move that up. Like if I kept the bed, I'd want to bob it, but then I'd have to bob it, and then I'd have to cut it up here to get the right length. And do I want to go through all that? I don't know. Maybe I will. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm not really worried about that right now. I'm gonna get those fuel tanks out when I get access. I got to replace the cab mounts, so thanks True Dead Man for sending me those. And I sent him off these mirrors that were on here, so I have to figure out another mirror situation. But I don't know, maybe something like that around the K10, or do it the Dave way, nice and slow. Like I said, I don't really even have a budget for this truck. It's just I want to try to use what I got and spend as little as possible. So like stuff like the doubler and the crossover steering and all that kind of stuff. I mean, it's gonna take me a while to save up some money for that, just because I'm not gonna put a whole bunch of money into the trail rig right now. And my wife, she's like, you ain't putting no money into that thing anyway. So gonna run this 400 and the 203. I checked everything out on the 203. I was able the shifter deal, I freed that up. I took the detemp ball out of it and checked it. So everything is shifting good. Everything feels good. Let me get something up on there. So I got the 4x4 here. That seems to be working good. And then, so I'm not sure if this has the two-wheel drive conversion, but I think so, because I know it has a differential in it. So I would think if I turn this one, something would happen, or if I held both of them and turned them, you know, let's see, can you see anything here? You probably can, but I can actually grab both of them and turn them independently. So I'm thinking that it does. I don't know, but who knows? Who knows? Let's see. Put this in gear here. I'm goofing off here. Let's see what we got. What is that? That's, I don't know what that is. Okay, so that's in gear. I can hear the transmission spinning. And that is not. So let's see if I can grab both of them and turn them. Yeah, so I mean sorry about that. But they turn independently of each other. So I think it has the part-time kit installed, but I'm not gonna open it up. I'm not gonna do nothing until I get my doubler. I'm just gonna run it the way it is. Everything seems to be okay, you know, so I ain't even worried about it. So basically it's gonna be an LS1 trail rig, and it's gonna morph into a rock rig eventually. So just gonna kind of build it my way, the way that I want to, the way that I think it should be, and you know, just go slow. So it might take a few years to get it the way I want it, but I'm hopefully, you know, maybe in like 6 months, 7 months, or less, maybe I can, you know, at least have it running to where I can drive it to the trail and put a little time into it and have some fun. So that's really the idea of it, and this is really the kind of the start of this build. And well, that's basically what it's going to look like right there. I mean, I'm going to trim the fender obviously, and still don't know what I'm going to do back there, but I don't know. It'll come along. It'll come. If you guys have any input, you know, obviously let me know. And then maybe I'll might clean up the firewall and paint it too. I don't know. Since I got time and no money, you guys know how that is. Maybe, I don't know, but it is what it is. It's just a trail rig, so that's the plan. So I'm gonna get on working on some stuff, and then I'll bring you in along the way.